So welcome to the second part of my Grand Theft Auto video. Next up, we're going to visit probably one of the best games ever on the PlayStation 2, Grand Theft Auto 3. Now, this game came with a lot of controversy surrounding it. After the original games on the PlayStation 1, Rockstar really went all out for this game, and along with this game came a new sequel as well. Now, the way this next couple of videos are going to work, I'm going to show a couple of the games put together. So this one, you can probably guess what's going to come with it, and in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions as well, this is probably the best GTA game and probably one of the greatest games ever made on the PlayStation 2, probably all time as well. Vice City. Let's start the video and let's check out the games. So here we are, Grand Theft Auto 3. And this one takes a setting again in Liberty City. You are a man with no name. He does not speak or anything else. He just wants revenge because his girlfriend shot him, and she's called Catalina. Later on, you find out his name's Claude in San Andreas, but in this he doesn't speak, and you know he's just a man with no name. So straight away, you see there's like a vast improvement in the graphics. Like I said, Rockstar went all out for this game, and this put it mainstream compared to the other ones. The other ones were well known, but the one is like popular, like I said, but this one just blew everybody's mind. With the cutscenes and that, it told like a great story. It felt like you were watching a movie in Grand Theft Auto 3, and they got some amazing voice actors as well to do some of the characters. It appeared later on in some of them as well, the likes of Frank Vincent, Robert Loggia, Michael Madison. The list is enormous for Grand Theft Auto 3. So when it came to like the driving sequences, like I said, in Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 in London, they were just terrible. And this, because obviously PlayStation 2 was a new machine that had the power, driving sequences was amazing, so much easier to drive. And what Rockstar done as well, they managed to tap into like pop culture as well in these ones. The music here is the music from Scarface. We'll take a wee quick listen. See, Rockstar know how to tap into stuff, and that's one thing about the Grand Theft Auto games, the music was always spot on with every game. And with this one as well, you had like safe houses where you could save a car and obviously save your progress and that, and there'd be weapons outside for you. So here's like your standard mission, like the old ones where it was just like a phone box. Here it was a cutscene, so let's take a little watch.
Wait here, man, while I go in and talk to Luigi. Say hello to 8-Ball, ladies.
8-Ball's got some business upstairs. Well, maybe you could do me a favor. One of my girls needs a ride, so grab a car and pick up Misty from the clinic, then bring her back here. Remember, no one messes with my girls. So keep your hands on the wheel. If you don't mess this up, maybe there'll be more work for you. Now get out of here.
So the missions were quite varied in this one, unlike the other one, it was quite repetitive. In this, it was quite a lot of different stuff you had to do, and that's what gave this game its appeal. It was like you could do anything in the Liberty City universe, and it was absolutely fantastic. You could probably sit and play a couple of missions and go, right, I'm away to drive. And the parts I'm showing you here is just really the first island. I didn't have my save file. I thought I could show you every island, but the game for the PlayStation 2 was pretty big. The only thing you couldn't do, which I thought was a bit gutting, was you couldn't get into buildings. I think there's like 1 or 2 buildings you can go into in this one, but compared to like San Andreas or Vice City, you couldn't really go into them. That was like always a little thing that kind of like
niggled at me because it was like the first proper like open world game I played, but still at the same time I've got so many fond memories of this game, from the music to like the story, hundreds of things. Now, like I said, these games came with a lot of controversy. I'm not going to get into it, but one of the things that a lot of people didn't like was the fact you could just randomly kill people. But like I said, I'm not going to get into it. It's one of the ones where it's been done to death, and I'm not going to do it in my videos. But as you can see here, I'm going to talk about the controls, and that's for like the shooting and that. The controls were a bit awful for like say the shooting and stuff like that. That's mainly the only thing that the game had a problem with. The controls were rotten for that. Took a while before they got the controls just perfect, but at the time they weren't the best for Grand Theft Auto, but they done no bad. You got used to it. Later on, it was announced that the game was going to have a sequel, and everybody at the time thought it was Grand Theft Auto 4. And what you got is arguably, I've said it 100 times now, is the best game I've played in that, like, the PlayStation 2, in my opinion, the best Grand Theft Auto. So, Vice City takes set in the 80s, where it's all about like the drugs, stuff like that. This game is heavily influenced by like Scarface, other movies like that, but Scarface is quite one of the ones that pops up quite a lot. Again, the story with like the characters in it was just tremendous. The voice actors from Ray Liotta doing Tommy Vercetti, the main character, was just one of the greatest. The likes of, you've got Gemma Jameson, Dennis Hopper, Gary Busey, Burt Reynolds. The list is endless for this game. So what I'll do, I'm going to shut up for about a minute or two, and we'll just watch one of my favourite cutscenes ever in a game, and I'll let you hear like some of the voices coming across.
Neither am I. If it was anybody else, you'd be dead already. But because it's you, because we got history, I'm gonna let you handle this.
Look, Sonny, you got my word.
I'll be in touch.
Buenas noches. I understand you are here on the behalf of Mr. Rosenberg. I hope any recent problems have not affected his health or mental well-being, Mr.
Vercetti. He's just got a touch of agoraphobia.
Excellent, excellent. And you?
I just want my merchandise.
Of course, Daddy.
Please, excuse me.
Mercedes?
You try living with it. Anyway, let me point out some of our more distinguished guests. That's our Congressman Alex Shrub with Rising Silicon Star, Candy Sykes.
And have you met my lovely wife, Laura? No? Well, unfortunately, she's in Alabama. This is Candy.
And over there, we have the Vice City Mamba's star titan, BJ. Always the charmer.
I blocked down on him, and then I put him in a wheelchair.
That is good. Well, now, I'm looking at some prime...
And that poolside amphibian is Jez Torrent, lead singer with Love Fist.
Can I tell you? Do you know how they play ping pong in Thailand? Let me tell you. It does not involve a paddle, if you know what I mean.
Impotent. And the chatty trio, that sleeping sweat gland is Papa's right-hand gimp, Gonzalez. And the other two are Pastor Richards and pseudo-intellectual film director Steve Scott.
Throws a passion with the Nympho invaders when the giant shark comes in and just bites their dicks off. Now, you never saw anything like that before.
Colonel, your party's as ever a triumph. I can only apologize.
Oh, the nada, amigo. How do we find you?
Our business is very trying. Barbarians at the gate. A time for rewarding one's friends and liquidating one's enemies, amigo.
Who's the loudmouth?
Ricardo Diaz. He's Mr. Cole.
So like I said before, this game has got Scarface written all over it as well. Like here, this is like Tony Montana's room, if you've seen the movie. And spoiler alert, just to let you know, this is where the final battle takes place. Again, the same from Scarface. So they even have, like, there's an Easter egg room where you can get the chainsaw in the bathroom. like the bathroom scene in Scarface. This is a new thing as well in Grand Theft Auto. You can change like your clothes, and you could in Grand Theft Auto 3 go into a shop to get guns, but this kind of like showed it a wee bit better. And this one had something different as well. It had like obviously motorbikes, which never had in Grand Theft Auto 3, but flying, helicopters, and I think there was one plane you could fly. And the graphics were tremendous, so much brighter than Liberty City. It just felt amazing watching this game, and this is how I fell in love with it so much. It was just so bright and vibrant, and the music, Rockstar hit a home run with the music they picked for it. It just totally set the 80s with this game, and that's how I still think a lot of people love this one. Rockstar tapped into something and it just got it bang on. With Tommy Vercetti, he is the anti-hero like Tony Montana. He is a bad guy, he's a mafia member, but you want him to win. In this one, you're rising to the top like Scarface, and that's how he's one of my favourite characters. But if you want to go to dancing and just let off, I don't know, a little steam, you always know what to do. Again, the controls were just as bad for the shooting elements, so I'm not going to say them again, but you can always just take out a minigun and just tear up the dance floor. So we'll see you in part 3 for San Andreas and PSP games.